So I've tried out a brand new practice design around serving today. And it's a little bit of a response from yesterday's video, funny enough. So yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, go back, hit the pause button, go back and watch it. I asked the players, how often do you play tennis? They have lots of coaching. They don't really play. And they don't really play a lot of sets. And that's quite worrying for me. So I've got into work today with the mindset of, okay, well, how can I increase the number of points within a practice? How can I get them to play more sets? So the practice design that I put in force today was inspired. It's not completely mine. It was inspired by a really great tennis coach called Sean Malcolm. Sean is really good with constraint-led coaching, ecological dynamics. Go give Sean a follow on Instagram. If you just put in Sean Malcolm, you'll find him. This was inspired by a game he put up this week, and I've just slightly tweaked it a little bit. And so I've called it I Must Break You. And it's a reference to Rocky 4 and Ivan Drago famous line, I must break you. And it's all about holding serve. We know the importance of holding serve at any level of tennis. And that's the intention. So the intention is, can you hold serve? And the server starts off at level 1. And at level 1, they start off 40 love up in the game. And it's sudden death if it gets to deuce. So if the server wins the point at 40 love, they win the game. They then move to level 2. Level 2, they start 30 love up and then play the game out again. If they hold serve, they go to level 3. Level 3 starts 15 love up. Level 4 is love all. Level 5, they then go love 15 down, love 30, love 40, up to level 7. And if you pass all 7 levels, you complete the game. If at any stage your opponent breaks you, they will then have an opportunity to complete the game before you. And let's say I get to level 5 and I lose my service game, and my opponent gets to level 6, they will then win the game or win the set. And I tried it with the players, and again, just looking at behaviour and how much the score impacts the player. And you see it quite a lot, even at level 1, the serve is super confident. A couple of them hit a serve, win the point quite quick. A couple of them almost had too much confidence, and all of a sudden, even at level 1, they found themselves at 40, 30, and 44, or deuce or sudden death, and you could see them get really tight. And just by manipulating the game and the score, you see massive changes in behaviour. And for me, that's a really impactful way to develop the serve under a bit of challenge, under some match type conditions, because then you start to see the changes in behaviour. And I've mentioned this on the channel before. When the situation changes or the behaviour changes, the movement changes. And you can see it with the levels. In the first couple of levels, a server is serving with freedom because they've got that bit of a buffer of a head start. When they start to get to the higher levels, when they're love 15, love 30, or even love 40 down, the serve then start to become quite pushy, quite slow. They start to become quite timid. And I really enjoyed the practice. And the players loved it as well because, again, it was a bit of a challenge, a little bit different. It's definitely more impactful than just getting to serve into empty service boxes. And also, I'm giving them different feels. I'm giving them a different influence with the score. So it's not just, okay, can you serve and win 2 points if you hit an ace or whatever. It's the game's changing and the game's evolving. And I thought that was really, really useful. So massive thank you to Sean. As always, a huge sort of inspiration for me. Please go and check out his stuff. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. I have put the practice design up on my Instagram. So if you go over to Instagram at My Tennis Coaching, if you go to my channel, join the channel. It's free to join. And I've put like a little PDF in there which you can download or screenshot it. So you've got like the written rules and stuff as well. So yeah, so I'm quite happy today because the players have now gone off and played lots of tennis today. And they've gone in to the session and we've got some reps in terms of sets. They've got some match playing and they developed some skills. So I'm quite happy. And guess what? The players loved it because this might be a big secret, but tennis players generally love playing tennis. They don't generally love drilling or just hitting. They want to play the game. It's interesting because the players who didn't engage with the game positively were the more competitive players. and I found that quite interesting, and something that I'm going to sort of watch out for this week, and maybe speak to the players and sort of get their input of why they don't like the game as much, because the players who are competing more externally, they're the ones who struggle the most with the game. As always, let me know in the comments what you think. If you do try the game out as well, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks so much. I hope you're enjoying these daily reflections, daily small videos, and from a very warm car before I go back onto court. I'll speak to you soon.